Hey, what's up? It's Keith, FTM boy. Keith at your service. And I am going to talk about all the times that I have had gay sex on Grindr and meeting up in person and having hookups and all that shit. All the greasy details. All the greasy, crusty details. Just kidding. They're not all like that. But anyway, my experience hooking up with guys has been mainly positive, half negative, half positive at the worst, and 75% positive and a quarter of the time bad at the best. Anyway, so basically, I get down on Grindr, and I have been for about a year now, or maybe not a year, maybe just a few months now, just going out, just experiencing life and being a total slut, and that's fun. It's fun. But when you're a trans guy, having your hoe phase can be kind of scary when you're trans. On one hand, you get a lot of attention for being trans sexually, so that's a plus or a minus depending on who you are. On the other hand, you get a lot of weird fetishy people after you, like people who see you as like some kind of gender transformation mystery, or as not the gender that you are, and that shit sucks. Won't sugarcoat it. Kind of sucks. But on the other hand, you get a lot of experience. You have an opportunity to get a lot of sexual experience if you'd like it, if you take them up on the offer. And I've taken the offer. I have taken them up on the offer. I downloaded Grindr and I got a bunch of. I've barely ever messaged people first. I just get a lot of attention on there because my name on there is FTM Trans Man. Because like I don't want to have to introduce myself as trans to every single guy that I flirt with online. I just want to put it out there, and when I put it out there, I get a big response. Anyway, I'm gonna skip the first time I've had sex, get down to the ones from Grindr, because those are more like story worthy. So one of the I can't remember exactly the first time I've done it, but one of the first times I just was sneaking out of my house at some time in the night for some message. Just a warning, if you go on Grindr, you get a lot of pics, like a lot of pictures of men and their penis. I mean, it's to be expected, but I'm just putting it out there before you go downloading it. Also, be careful. Make sure you're over 18 if you download it, because that's necessary, and you don't, trust me, all the guys on there tend to be on the older side, so anyway, most of the time it's been good, like for the most part people just be like, oh, do you prefer it this way, do you prefer it that way, and they just flirt with me like a normal person. But on the downside, most of them don't ask me specifics about being trans, which I prefer. I prefer being asked about like what is different about me during sex because I'm trans, like my boundaries and shit. I like to discuss boundaries, and most of them don't. They just want to get down to business, and a lot of them make fetishy comments to me. Like one time I had just gotten done and they were like, you're the best of both worlds, referring to me as like the best world of a guy and a girl, like I don't like it. It doesn't sit well with me to be referred to as the best of both worlds, because I'm one world. I'm a man. I identify as a man, and that kind of doesn't make sense to me if you don't see me as just a man. And yeah, so a lot of the time you'll get comments on like your body, I mean, of course you do on Grindr, but like people will refer to your body with words that you may or may not be happy with. For me, I don't really care that much, but like people just be like, "Oh, so you got a pussy?" And that's the number one response I get when people find out I'm a trans guy and we are gonna hook up. Or even if we're not gonna hook up, that's the number one response. "Oh, so you have a pussy." From cis guys anyway, that's the number one response. Yeah. At first it caught me off guard and it kind of disgusted me, as it should. But then it got fine, better, you know. I don't really care anymore. It's like, yeah, dude, it's fine. And the number 2 fetishy comment I get is about my chest, because I haven't had top surgery yet, as you see. They say things like, "You shouldn't get top surgery because they look nice." Are you sure about that? Yeah, just, it's not a good comment to make to a trans person, because surgery is very important for a lot of us. And it's just kind of creepy to be like, "Oh, you shouldn't get surgery, a major life choice that you've obviously committed to, because I think you're hot," one way or the other. It's like saying you shouldn't have transitioned because you looked hotter before, or something like that. It's just creepy. And yeah. Next we have people who, I'm just talking about the creepy moments. There's plenty of good times to balance this out, but I just want to talk about the creepy things first and foremost. We had a guy who took pictures of me who didn't ask to. He just started taking a video of me doing sexual activities with him, and I didn't know right away, and that was creepy as fuck. So don't ever do that. And if you're having sex with someone, don't take videos of them without permission, because that's just fucking creepy. Yeah. Also, he was kind of not listening to me in some ways, so that was also not good. Like, he pushed my boundaries a bit, and that wasn't fun. Some of the good times. Let's talk about some of the good times. One of the first times, it felt really nice, and was just a guy who was respectful. He was a bit on the older side. I'm not gonna hide the fact that I have sex with the older men sometimes. I don't mean like really old, you know, but like, I'm 20. Sometimes they're twice my age. Oh my god, if my family's watching this, I'm sorry. I wasn't gonna tell you in person, and just pretend you didn't see this if you're my family. Anyway. I give my family so many reasons to worry about me, they don't even know. I'm serious. Anyway, I have had a lot of fun with a lot of guys, and I think that's fine. Like, some of them don't even mention it. Some of them don't even mention the fact that I'm trans. We just get down to it, and they just don't even seem to care. Like, those times are really nice, because they don't make it weird or anything. I mean, I prefer if they did bring it up, just to ask, like, your boundaries and stuff around being trans. But, like, either way, I appreciate the sentiment, and I appreciate them, you know? The truth is, I don't really care that much about the guys that I hook up with. Like, that's the point. Like, it's just for funsies. It's just for funsies. And I don't want to get attached. I mean, that sounds really cliche and, like, edgy, I know. But, like, I just don't think I can romantically connect with a cis guy ever. If with anybody. I might be aromantic, by the way, but that's a different video. I just am not, like, attracted to these people in a way that makes me want to talk to them more than one time, you know? Unless, like, we're friends with benefits, then maybe multiple times. But anyway, those are some of the creepy things that people have said and done to me. And those are some of the good times that I've had. And, yeah. Let me think if there's anything else. I could edit this out, but I'm not that good at editing right now, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you enjoy my content. You want more trans sexiness, you know. I'm an FTM guy who likes to talk about it a lot in the sexual way, and that's me. I am trans, if you didn't know that. Also subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's in my description. It's in the description of all my videos. It's FTM Boy Keith 1. And you can find me on most socials under FTM Boy Keith. Sorry, I've got like acid reflux going on right now. It's weird. But like, yeah, thanks for watching. Love you. Love you lots. That looks kind of gay. Anyway, bye.